Roulette. Welcome to Craft Roulette. This is Mary Gunn, and I am so glad you're here. Chatterboxes, look at you guys. I'm always so glad to see you. You were here early, and you were already sitting down waiting for the show. It just meant I was like, wow, look at these guys. I want to hop on, but I really do need to go brush my hair. So anyway, thank you guys for being here tonight. We have a wonderful guest. Biddy Penny will be joining us for her 6th time on the show as a guest. She's also one of the only 2 people that have ever sat in this seat besides me. So I want to get her input on that. What is Craft Roulette? You say, what is Craft Roulette? We are the ultimate paper crafting card making game show, and we are here almost every Friday night, 6:30 Central Time. Slideshow starts at 6:10 Central Time, and boy, did we have some good-looking cards this week, huh? My, were you enjoying that slideshow? 258 is how we ended up, I think. Welcome to Gina's Friends. Gina's Craft Roulette and her friends right here. It was an astounding gallery. I have not even made it through. So, because the still shots. So what I like to do is look at that slideshow, and then it keeps me moving. Otherwise, I get all bogged down in the cuteness and get cuteness overload, and sometimes I just throw up my hands and go, I've been here for 2 hours and I've only made it through 100 cards. So anyway, well done. Brain kisses to all. Thank you so much for being a part of last week's gallery. We do have a website, craftroulette.live, and all the information is there that you're going to be hearing tonight, and probably a little bit more because I don't fit everything into every show. There is the gallery. All you have to do is look up latest episode, and then that will give you an access to the gallery. There's also achievement boards. There's 4 process videos already. You guys have been having fun with Craft Roulette. That makes me so happy. Thank you so very much. But well done. Real proud of you. Housekeeping, if you could give us a share and a thumbs up right now, get that bad boy out of the way if you think it's worthwhile. We'd appreciate that a whole lot and get that done. Sharon Lega, I hope your kitty is doing okay in the emergency room. We hate that kind of thing. But what we do like is say happy birthday to our patrons. And we have some really great crafters. No, these are all craftettes. All craftettes in March. These are all just our patrons. I'm sorry if you're not on this list. It's just because I have to limit it. Anna York, may the force be with you on your birthday. Kendra Morgan, thank you so much for being a part of us. She is the Cards by Kendra. You look her up. Cassie Pushupa, Kathy Biscotti, so glad to say happy birthday to you. Mary Ellen Findley, I'm so glad you're a patron and say happy birthday to you. And Pam Fritz, and you know who she is. She's our Swedish night owl craft queen. She's Christina Brome, and she's having a birthday this month. Hope you guys all celebrate all month. Just craft, have fun, and give yourself a little gift, a little craft gift. Why not? Speaking of craft gifts, we have some new spin sponsors this month. We have Karen Burniston. If you like dies that do things, Karen has a lot. They scare me, but she tells me I could do them. Not Too Shabby is coming back as a spin sponsor. We appreciate you doing that. She's in the chat. Well done. Thank you for being here. And Sweet Sentiment Stamps, we will be having Sandy Ledoux on later this month. She's the one on the left on that little image. Spin sponsors, what they are, we will be talking about them more later in the show, sometimes known as LITs. But what they are, in essence, are the way that we give away prizes to the people that have sent in cards the week before. So we have if you sent in a card last week, you have 1 in 250, 4. I guess, how many prizes? We have a few prizes.
Minus a couple, and there's a couple
other prizes.
And people are excluded, guest crafters.
Yeah. Oh, you're right. Hey, who were you over there talking with your deep voice? It wasn't me being a ventriloquist.
It is I, the voice.
The voice of Mr. Producer. Mr. Producer is the man behind all the technical wonderment of Craft Roulette, and he's over there with the buttons because I am grounded from the buttons. I do things like turn the show off in the middle. All sorts of good stuff. We are not sponsored by these wonderful spin sponsors. We rely on the nice gifts from our patrons. Our patron support is right there. And if you're not familiar with the patron model, what it is just a way for people to support artists. And you give them a little financial boost, we give you some extra content. Sometimes we give you lots of extra content. I've got to hold myself back. I have like lists of things I'm going to be doing with people ever in that group. It has a private blog. It also has a private website. So that's what we do. We will talk about it a little bit more. We do want to welcome 2 new patrons this week. Vicky Astrick is how her name was. I thought that was so cute. I was like, do I say Star Vicky Star? Vicky Astrick? Or do I just say Vicky? I'm going to go with Star Vicky Star. And Dee Freeman, thank you so much for coming over and joining us as on our support team. We're glad to have you. Mr. Mike, I was going to take his outfit off this afternoon, and I thought, but he looks so good with my shirt. I'm just going to leave him on. So this little jumper, his little House of Detizio is underneath, but this little sweater jumper was made by Marianne Hill, our little UK crocheter, I believe is what she does. So thank you guys for always keeping Mr. Mike warm on these cold, cold nights. We do have merch, too. Yes, and I hear this is not around anymore, so sorry. There are a few new shirts in there. If you do want to know, I'm thinking, I was talking to Biddy Penny, and I was going, I would like this shirt like in a t-shirt. So we'll get Mr. Producer to work on that, because it is cute, but we didn't like the Empire Waist Craft Roulette band, and so we've been messing with it anyway. I think it would be a cute t-shirt, even cuter than this, so anyway, that's my thinking. Without further ado, you know her, you love her. She's Biddy Penny. Come on in, girl. Welcome back.
Thanks for having me, Mary and Steven.
She's a party in a craft room right there. That's what she is.
We're going to have some fun.
I know. I just have been looking forward to this all day. This is your 6th time as the guest. So there might be a few people, though, that haven't met you. If you could give us just a bird's eye view of your big personality, that would be great.
Yeah. Well, I'm a paper crafter. I mean, chiefly a card maker, but I also do junk journals, mini albums. I just like playing with paper a whole lot. Yeah. And that's really kind of my motto is Biddy Penny plays with paper. I just play and have fun. I just I like to try new things. I kind of have gone through the gamut of styles, like started off with clean and simple and went through 1-layer cards, and I've kind of run the gamut and I enjoy all of it. And I think that's one of the things that I just love about you, Mary, is that you celebrate all the makers in our community, like all the styles, and, there's a place for everyone at the table. And I just adore that because I'm that kind of person. When I come in my craft room, I never know what I want. I know what I want to make, but it's rarely the same thing. It may be something completely different than the day before.
And not only that, you do it live on your YouTube channel you just get in there and plow through it. So that's why you and I can do Craft Roulette so easily. It's like, who needs a plan? Let's just get busy.
I live life flying by the seat of my pants. So it's my comfort zone.
Yep. It's like, give me a deadline. I'm going to forget about it. I'm just going to let it sit there and ruminate. And then about 20 minutes before it's over, I slam on the accelerator and get it done. But it's a fun life, isn't it? Good for the blood pressure.
Very exciting.
Keeping you moving on. Hey, you have something down in the description. Could you tell us a little bit about your little gift to our viewers tonight?
Yes. So before coming on this week, I just really wanted to give something to everyone. It's so funny. I was definitely one of those kids that wanted to have chocolate in the classroom and all kinds of things that weren't permitted. But the teachers always told me, well, if you bring enough for everybody, you can bring it. So I'd always be like, Mom, I need bags of chocolate. we got to hook everybody up so I can have some or whatever. So I wanted to do something for everyone. And I know Craft Roulette is loved internationally. And so I wanted to do something for everyone, no matter where, and free. So I made a printable. I don't do them very often, but every once in a while. And what I did is I went through the Craft Roulette parameters and I tried to pick things that I felt like might be pesky, like transportation or a purse card or whatever. I picked paint, like paint. So where's my camera? There it is.
There she is.
So like I made like a little paint collage. And so this is free to everyone. It's on my website under my printables tab. You will see that there's a free card class above it, which you could have that too. You can have all the free printables on my website. But yeah, I just wanted something special. It's collage so people can fussy cut this stuff out. And, you know, I even tried to make a few where if you don't like fussy cutting, I put just like a border, kind of an opaque border behind them. So that you could just cut out the border and have the image if you don't want to get the nitty gritty of fussy cutting. So that's there for everyone.
It's pretty cool. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. And by the way, her YouTube channel is right on the screen right now. And the link to that printable would either be probably just down in the description or go to your website and catch it there. So
the link is in our description for this video.
Yahoo!
Awesome.
Yahoo.
Thank you.
That was really cute. I like stuff like that too. We were talking about possibilities of those kind of things. We got some crafting to do. I don't want to. Let's talk later. Okay? Okay. Well, although you know everything there is about Craft Roulette, you probably...
Yeah.
Did you have a question?
I have one question. I do.
What is it?
I do. What is Craft Roulette?
Let's find out. Thank you, all.
What is Craft Roulette? Craft Roulette is a live paper crafts challenge show where the goal is to complete a project that has been randomly selected by the spin of a wheel. There are 4 categories we spin for: project, colors, element, and random. Each category has 24 possible options with a combined possibility of 331,776 unique projects. Whoa. We're live every Friday at 6:30 p.m. Central on youtube.com/craftroulette. Please like and subscribe. Each week we bring on a special guest crafter to create along with us and share their unique take on the challenge. You can play too. Complete a unique project of your own using the same 4 parameters set in this episode. You'll have 48 hours to contribute by submitting pictures of your project through the submission form on craftroulette.live. Contributions are featured on marygunfund.com's weekly episode blog and the next episode. Let's recap last week's episode and submissions.
You just never know what shenanigans we're gonna play around here, do you? That's what we do every Friday, almost every Friday night at 6:30 p.m. But come early. Enjoy the slideshow. It is wonderful time just to chat with the chatterboxes. They're a nice group. Oh my gosh, they're nice. And to enjoy all those beautiful cards with them. Keep going so that you don't get bogged down. It's just a wonderful thing. So we do have some achievements to celebrate. We're going to talk about a little bit of change that we've made, but look at all those pins drop in for those 258 contributions that we had last week. Now we are up to 12,754 total contributions in our 3 weeks. We have our 3-year anniversary next week with our friend Crafty Al. But look at you folks. Look at how many. There's a little bit of everywhere except Chris. Chris, you weren't in South America for me this week. Where are you, darling? So come back to us soon, would you? Wonderful to meet so many nice new crafters. It is just a real pleasure. So this was my card. The project was hinged. There was even an unhinged cat. in somebody's card. And the colors had to have a craft background. And then you needed something outside your window. There were so many things outside your windows. And sometimes you were outside and looking at the window outside. It's a wonderful gallery this time. And you had to have the dreaded faux leather. But my gosh, there's some cool faux leather things. I think there's probably five different ways people made faux leather. And that's being conservative on my guess. So if you are interested in learning more about that, go to that gallery, spend a little time. But here's my tip. There's so many cards there. If you are looking for faux leather, make yourself a little note and keep it right there because you're going to get sidetracked pretty easily, at least if you've got a brain that works like mine. But fabulous, fabulous gallery. I'm going to spend some more time there this weekend. That was my card. We had a wonderful guest, Gina Kay, on for the first time. This was her first submission. She said she never would have made a card like this. That's kind of what we do here at Craft Roulette. Oh, you guys know, don't you? How many cards have you guys made that you wouldn't have ever made before? The way that she got her faux leather was to put ink on her stool. So stamp her stool and then stamp the paper with the stool. It was hilarious. She was a wonderful guest. Do go back and check that episode out. It's over on craftroulette.live. It was a lot of fun. Okay. So now we have a few alterations here on the achievement board. One is we have so many nice people to get to welcome. 75?
I don't know. A lot.
A lot. Over 70 new first-timers. Thank you so much for giving us a spin. I'm so glad that you came and joined us on the gallery. But because of that, we had to make a few arrangements, and just in general, we felt like it was time to make a few arrangements. We always had the 0 heroes, which meant that people had sent in cards 10, 20, 30, 40. Well, that was getting kind of long, too. And so we have recalculated our denominations. And instead of having 10, 20, 30, we're going to have 25, 50, 75, 100 mug clubber plus, silver, whatever. Silver, golden, diamond, and then mug club.
And this is an effort to not make the show too long.
Yeah, it's pretty much that we want to get to the crafting. And our list was getting longer, and it's fabulous. But, okay, so don't ever abandon the 0 hero shout-outs on the Facebook group, which is a Facebook group called Craft Roulette Show. You do have to answer a few questions to get admitted, but
it's in the description.
That. And don't ever, I think it's a great way to just acknowledge people too, because it's a personal touch that you guys do. We are having International Glitter Fairy Month on our patron group. Okay, so this is how I can't stop. Anyway, so be expecting lots of nice glittery comments, even maybe more than usual on our Facebook group. So we want to get to crafting sooner, so I should shush up. But we have a little surprise for this too. So let's look at our first timers, what do we call them? Major milestone achievers, our leading ladies, and our new to Club 52.
Hey Biddy, do you want to join us?
Cool. Let's have her on. Welcome to the achievement board.
So here we go.
This is a timed thing, so we can't talk. Welcome, first timer, Wyatt. Tracy Brown. Helen. Super good. Kathy Zilski. She may be coming on the show later. Paula. Pretty, isn't it? Sue McC. Gorgeous. Teresa Bartok. Welcome. That's so pretty. Natalie Ranger from Ontario. We talked about this on Tuesday. Carrie Lassiter. Christine L. from Quebec. Karen T. Welcome. So cool. Glad to have you. Norma Medina. I think it's our only stained glass window. MS Betsy Z. Nice colors.
Love
Stacy.
that color.
Looks good. Oh, I like that saying. Kimberly. Gorgeous, huh?
Yes.
Kalpana. I'm not trying that last name, but it's pretty.
I like that hinge at the top.
Jade, welcome to Craft Roulette. Sue from Wisconsin. Looks like Wisconsin, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Heidi, welcome from Williamsburg. Lucy M. from California. A nautical window.
Cool. Yes. Creative.
Romina from Germany.
Another really creative birdhouse view.
Sina, I think, from Pennsylvania. Robin from North Carolina. So pretty.
Uh-huh.
Krista from South Africa. Our first African
Yay.
contribution. Cool. Bev from New Hampshire. That's how I imagine it. That's our first New Hampshire, too. Judy from Virginia. Donna from Alabama.
Look at that pearl. How cool.
Nancy Y-to-B. Y-to-B? Y-dash-B? Pam, so glad to have you with that braided thing on the side. Pretty.
Yes.
Kristen from Colorado. Cute. Barb Walters from Arizona.
A nice Western card.
Deborah from Indiana. Zell from the Philippines. Okay, there you go. There's two. I had a conversation. Tracy from New Hampshire. Another New Hampshire. Donnie from Folsom, California. Mitz from Wisconsin. So many styles.
Yes.
Mary Kay from Ohio. Donna, we're still in first timers from North Carolina.
So amazing.
So pretty. Cindy from Florida. Stephanie from Deutschland. Never
so
underestimate an old Deutschland. Karen from Missouri. Yay. Becky from Wisconsin. I know Missouri, except she might say Missouri. Gemma from the Netherlands.
Beautiful.
Sonia
I love all the
from
birds.
North Cyprus. Terry Todd from Texas. Do you know her?
No, not yet.
Christina, Arizona. I like that answer. Nikki from Idaho. That's beautiful.
Oh, yeah.
Barbara from British Columbia. Paolo from Portland. Pretty.
Cool.
Jennifer Hay from Gloucestershire. I never could say that. Chris from Florida. Names. Kathy from Vancouver.
Awesome.
Jacinda, California. So many styles. I can't believe it. Karen from Florida. Welcome.
It leaves me a little bit speechless.
Sylvia from North Carolina. That does a lot, says a lot right there, too. Charlene from Michigan. That was funny. Lisa from Washington.
Beautiful. My brain has to process all of this amazingness.
Rachel from Missouri. Sue from Arizona. Pamela from California.
It's cool.
Mm-hmm. Nice colors. Sandy from Tennessee.
Aww.
Carol from Ohio.
Nice bridge card.
Sue from Beloit, Wisconsin. Dare to be fabulous. Lucia. Lucia? That's how the girl says it across the street. Bonnie from Pennsylvania.
Oh.
Pretty, huh? Leela from Minnesota. Mia from Toronto. And it just keeps going.
Stuff.
Beth from Florida. Those are pretty,
That's
aren't
cool.
they?
How
I
is
guess
that
that's
made?
stained glass. I don't know. Pat from Arizona. That's a great place for the Facebook questions. Barb from Ontario. Janelle from Kentucky. Alicia from New York.
Oh, that's fun.
Tina One Kenobi from Manila. That's so pretty.
Cool.
Kelly from Australia. I like how the windows open on a lot of them. Kelly from Kansas. Marie Bland is a major milestone achiever. Another male, I'll get this right yet, Margaret. Susie Fick from Illinois. And the numbers of how many cards are underneath. A golden anniversary for Pam. Well done. April Palmer is also celebrating her golden achievement. Rosie B has gotten to her diamond at 75. Lauren Taylor has also reached 75. That's a diamond milestone. Well done. Heidi Ryan is a Mug Club member now. Woohoo, Deputy Heidi. Now we're into our leading ladies. We have Smurf Murphy at 113. Jackie Muller, her tied sister, at 113 from Australia. Kathy Herring at 117. Whoop, whoop. 5K, now 6K Lamone with 119. That's so funny. Ellen Card Monkey Jarvis has sent in 130 consecutive cards, and Patty Beck used her Easy Lights from Pear Blossom Press on her 147th. Athena has joined the Club 52 Club. Club 50. She is new to Club 52. Club 52 let me interview you here, Bitty Penny. Are there any perks to Club 52?
Bragging rights.
Bragging rights, that's the only one. There's no discounts, there's no frequent flyer miles, there's no secret handshakes. It's just to know that you have sent in a year's worth of cards. But yep, you'd go. Well, that was good. I liked having you on with. Do you need to take care of somebody?
They'll be fine.
Okay, fine. Nobody's bleeding. We're good. Anyway, that was fun to have you on with me. Thank you.
Yeah. Oh, it's just awesome. Like, I'm on the Facebook group and I've seen him on Facebook, but there's something different about seeing him here. And it's just, I really am speechless, like going card from card. Like in Facebook, I could take my time.
Right.
And like take in and process each card before I scroll to the next one. But here it's on a timer and it's like, whoa.
I know. And it's a fast timer too. So it's like, you really want to spend some time doing it, but we did that.
I had to put it on a timer.
Because I would do that. But long time ago when we were trying different spin-offs and whatnot, we had a show, like Ellen was on it, and we would go through the whole list of cards and talk about it. And it was 2 hours long, and it wasn't that many cards because we just loved them so much.
Yes, but I remember that. That was fun.
Yeah, I would that we could. But that's just the nature of life. So hopefully you guys will appreciate the changes and why we made them so we can get to this part, which is the crafting part. Congratulations all, though, and welcome to the new first-timers. So wonderful to meet you. This is when we start talking crafts, right? We have four categories. It's going to come out yet. 4 categories: project, colors, element, and random. We're going to be spinning for one in each of those columns, as we talked about on what is Craft Roulette. Oh, I'm going to zoom in a smidge. There we go. All right. This is the wheel right here. There's my super glue guys. They do have a new t-shirt out available in my merch. I haven't gotten mine yet. It's ordered. Anyway, this is what we will be choosing from. We have no control on what we're going to do tonight, except for with those 4 parameters, we have all the control, but we don't have the control of the parameters, except for we do give our patrons some veto rights. And for this week in colors, they said veto yellow, green, blue, the combination. There it is. For element, they said to Western. I put that on for Tom last week and for Gina K and Tom. For random, they said no thank you to paint, number 1. Yep, that's what they said. And we also give Biddy Penny the choice of a veto if she cares to have one. She never does. She's always like, let's do it. I don't care. We're going to do it. Let's play. But we also have something new since you have been in that seat again, which is which parameters would you like to see the wheel
Place your
divvy up?
bets.
Place your bets. Put your chips on the table. What would you like to see?
It's been pretty remarkable to see that people actually get some of their wishes after like picking their favorites.
Sarah Liz got 2.
Yeah. And Desiree got 1. And yeah. So we'll see. Okay. Number 1 for project, I picked number 7, your card choice, because I always want to make something different. Like, who knows what I'll want to make. I mean, I love my 5x7s. The thing is that I like a lot of cards on there, and I could look at that project list and be like, oh yeah, I want to make this one, that one, that. So I picked your card choice.
Okay.
Colors, summer. Can't go wrong with summer.
We are itching for it, right?
Element flowers. I'm a freak for florals. I can't help myself.
They're 9. Pretty. They're wonderful. They're just wonderful.
And then random was number 5. Something from my desk. I always save 4.3 million things on my desk. So that's a really good choice for me.
And if you are new to Craft Roulette, a mesk is a messy desk. It's a hybrid word combining 2 words to get mesk. We do have a whole dictionary full of words here at Craft Roulette. If you are new, this is maybe a little bit confusing right in here, but it will all sort itself out. We will discuss everything and hopefully answer all your questions. But that's a good choice. I like all of those. I think you could do some really good things. So let's see what Mr. Wheel has to say. Let's give him a warm up. Something from my mesk. My mesk is very cluttered. For project, will we get your card choice? What would your card choice be? Yep, Ardith, I put bunnies back, or rodents back on. So you can do bunnies. A rounded edge. We have to have something with a rounded edge. For colors, neutrals are always free. Black, gray, white, tan, cream, brown, ecru, and metallics, just because we're nice. But what are we going to get to work with tonight? Number 15. 2 blues plus 2. So 2 different kinds of blues. We'll talk about these things in just a minute. Plus 2 others, and of course neutrals. Element. Rounded edge is nice, Elizabeth. I think so too. A little softer edge somewhere. You got your flowers.
Yay!
Oh, Mr. Wheel, you do have a nice side. And for random. Hi, Sue and Lena Marie. 17. Fussy cut. Oh, you're a whiz at fussy cutting. You can maybe use one of those printables.
Maybe so.
Yeah.
I didn't put flowers on here.
But you could make flowers out of them. Okay, well, let's talk about these crazy parameters. First thing that comes to mind for me on project, rounded edge just means you can do anything you want, pretty much. But you just have to have a rounded edge. So it's just not out of the usual 4 edges or corners, you're going to round one. Or you could put scallops.
It's really open. It's nice because if you're artist, you can make a 4x4, or anyone else can make a 4x4, 5x7, A2. So that's really nice for all the different types of card makers.
You could make a poster. It doesn't say rounded edge on the corner necessarily either. So you could have a circle card. Couldn't you?
And this might be a record, but I haven't seen one complaint about the parameters. Which there's always someone that doesn't like something, but I haven't seen one.
Awesome. Kiss your brains, everybody.
I'm going to kiss your brain, Wheel, Mr. Wheel. Now, also, this is going to be an art project, so we don't tell you what to use or what to make or how to make it. We don't teach anything here. We don't teach, and I don't have any products to sell except for merchandise. Did I tell you about our merchandise? And other than that, we don't. We just want to see what you do. There's also different ways to look at art projects. Think about different art forms. Sometimes we talk about the Google literal translation of everything. Clear over to those crazy impressionists, to the cubists, to the modern art people, all those people in between too. Whatever your style is, we're cool with it. Whatever is your favorite project, we're cool with it. It just has to be family friendly and meet those parameters. And then we're all about seeing what you come up with. So this is an art project, and usually it's cards, but...
Ardith complained.
Ardith! You would. Never have I ever. She has a new video. Never have I ever. Well, you're not going to be able to say complained about the parameters. So there's your next video. You had to. I'm glad you did. So rounded edge. I think as long as we fit in a rounded edge somewhere, it could be a rounded edge on an image too.
I was thinking it could be a circle die cut.
Truly, it really could. It could.
Could be
A
anything.
number 8 has a rounded edge.
It could be a
3.
bear with a rounded edge belly.
You know, when I put these things on, I have a very small look at what I think they will be, just how they'll be interpreted, and then it really happens, and it's all thrown out the windows. So okay, so 2 colors, 2 blues plus 2 colors. Like I said, our neutrals are always a given. You're always welcome to use neutrals. Let me come in now that Mr. Wheel's done. So what I was thinking with this, we have the blue-greens, the true blues, and blue-violet. That also means you have entire spectrums of color. It doesn't have to be a particular blue-green. You can use all the different shadings of blue-green plus a blue-violet or a true blue. We're not real rigid on this, and this one's a little bit tricky. I'm probably never going to put this one back on. But 2 blues, and then go ahead and pick 2 other colors to go with it. It should be colorful. Mm-hmm. You should be able to do quite a bit. But just try to use these 2 of the blue-green, blue, or blue-violet.
You can use a solid thing to illustrate. You block it out.
You mean like this? Except with...
You block out one of the blues.
One of...
Paper covering
like this. This is the colors, the blues.
I'm saying show only 2.
But you're only going to use 2, like blue, green, and blue, blue and blue, violet, or blue, green, and blue, violet. Yep. Yeah. And then 2 other colors that you like with it. I particularly like red, orange. Okay, so blues with flowers. How are we going to do those 2 things together? You can always use... Okay, so here's something. You may want to choose a color that blends with blue so that you can actually get an extra color in there too. So if you choose your 2 plus 2 as a yellow, you can do the 2 blues. Use one of the blues with the yellow and get green and still have another color still like pink that you can use. So there's ways that we stretch those parameters just like we stretch our pants. So I'm not sure which colors yet, but I know I love blue-green and probably a blue. I don't have a lot of blue-violet ink, so probably a blue. What about you?
Yeah, I'm just thinking, I think I'm going to do watercolor. So that always gives a very wide range.
You can make all sorts of colors.
Yeah. Like you said, I can blend to my heart's content.
Yes. And Makira saying bluebonnets, your Texas flower.
Yes, that's my daughter's favorite flower, actually.
They are so cute. And morning glories, those things are weeds. Be careful if you ever plant them; they will take over. But yes, they're really pretty too. I don't think I have. Morning glories painted would be pretty. But so flowers. So you're going to paint the flowers or abstract or?
Oh now that you say that, I don't know. I mean, I was thinking of using stamps, but we'll see.
Right. Right. I'm,
Actually
you
have
know,
some
I
old
made,
dies that I like. I can find them.
yeah, that's the thing. So if you're using dies, you might want to think of the size of your card too.
Yeah,
If you
it'll
have
probably be a
small-
5 by or an A9. I don't know.
Uh-huh. Now, when we say flowers, you can also use leaves. That's fair. It doesn't have to just be the blossom. What other ways do people cheat on flowers? No, I mean stretch. They could be white blooms too. Come to stencil and all those beautiful stencils. Those would be great for all the layering stencils, to get the different colors and hues on top of each other, or gel presses with all those different colors. Those would make a lot of variety. You could do all sorts of things. Do you gel press?
I do. Now I'm like,
Oh, it's Friday night. That's going to be fun. And then fussy cutting. That's not a problem for you. You're a trimmer and a snipper. No problem at all.
Yeah.
Some people really don't like it. And fussy cutting is just cutting a shape out by hand.
I used to just
It can be a very
it.
simple shape.
A rounded edge.
Right?
Yeah. Yeah. There's probably still some snowmen out there that you could put a snowman with a rounded edge and use those blues beautifully, cut him out, fussy cut, and then put a flower on his little, on his scarf or on his hat. There's so many things you can do.
Absolutely.
So,
Absolutely. Like the flowers don't have to be the star of the show, right? So it could be a critter holding a bouquet, or like you said, just the snowman with a flower in the hat. Like it doesn't have to take over the whole card. I mean, mine's probably going to take over the whole card, but
and gnomes, all you people that love gnomes, and all the people that I have persuaded to like robots, you could still I've had many a robot holding a flower.
Right?
So you're going to have fun with it. It's wide open. We just want to, it's going to be a great gallery.
It will be beautiful.
It'll be fun to see, because flowers are always fun. But like you said, they can be the star, or they can just be fitted in. And
if you're fussy cutting stamped flower images like roses or something, they have rounded edges. There's your rounded edges right there.
There they are.
On the petals of the flower.
Yep. And when you do send in your cards, there is a place where you can write in the description what the heck you did, so that we don't have to worry. And we do have a law enforcement agency here at Craft Roulette. We have Deputy Heidi, and she's tough as nails. She's always ready to get that old arrest button or her arrest warrant out and bust you a good one. And then we always have the chief of police.
That I just thought of, Mary?
What's that?
Well, the craft police used to be Steven, Mr. Producer.
He's still the chief.
But I think over the last
the
3 years, he has loosened up a little. And now Heidi gets to step into that role more.
Yes, I went from very loose to even looser.
Just sitting back with his hat down and his feet up on the chief of police desk.
It's good to be the chief.
There's donuts.
There's donuts, beer-flavored donuts. Anyway, so that's true. Okay, well, I'm ready to see what we can do with this. I'm excited. I have no idea yet, but I'm going to give myself a little time to think while you enjoy this infomercial from In Review. Let's do this, Miss Mitty Petty. Woohoo!
Let's do it.
Okay. Does card making ever wear you out? Are you just having one of those days? You ever say to yourself, I wish there were more Craft Roulette on each week? Well, have we got good news for you? In Review is like part 2 of Craft Roulette, which features you, our card contributors. It'll be easy to find because it airs here on our Craft Roulette YouTube channel. We go live almost every Tuesday evening at 6:30 p.m. Central, and we we do a number of fun things during the show, including Mail Call, where I share some of the nice cards and goodies people send us. Our Card Showcase, where we take a longer look at some of the contributions sent in from the most recent episode. And our Who Done It Mystery Game, where I recreate a card from the most recent episode's gallery, live on air. Everyone in the live chat gets to try and figure out which card I'm recreating. So, if you want more of what we do on Craft Roulette, you'll love our show in review. The Who Done It Mystery Game is just a game, and we do not actually solve mysteries, but we do actually solve mysteries. The show is supposed to be on Tuesdays, but we reserve the right to reschedule as necessary. Mary will not always know what she is doing, especially with buttons and or math. Stretchy pants and snacks are not required, but advisable. Please bring a friend. Too much fun for one person included. Yep, everybody likes cool, Mary. But not everybody likes stupid, Mary. Feeling a little bit overwhelmed right now. How about anybody else? There's so many. This is a big, wide open thing. It's okay, though. Absolutely okay, because I'm looking at something for the background here. You know, I think this would be, this could be like a adaptation of Crafty Al's new sheet loads. Okay, all right. By the way, if you are near Pleasanton, California, stop by and visit Pear Blossom Press, because they're there at the Scrapbook Expo, and I know Amanda is enjoying meeting her Craft Roulette friends, so join in and say hi to her. Don't be shy. Okie doke. So these have been my favorite flowers lately. You know, I'd go on binges, absolute binges, but I think this is what we're gonna do. Some background with some blues. I've got this blue, and I've got a couple greens. I think I'm gonna have to get a different blue though, aren't I? That's okay. We can do that. Oh, I know what I was going to do. I was going to... No, that doesn't work. Oh, I know what I can do. I know. We'll use like a true... This is like a blue-green blue. This is a regular blue. And I will put that as mats. Yeah. Chaw. What are you guys doing? I haven't had much time to chat with you guys. Oh, it's not going to be right now either. So let's bring her back on and see what she's got up her sleeve. I see Bob Ross. Bob is here tonight with his happy little trees. Yes. Cool. Well, Bob, how are you?
He's always happy.
I did leave a message for you today. Because you were cool bitty Penny on your Instagram story today, and I did tell you that I thought Bob Ross would like your channel. That
is like a huge compliment.
I totally meant it too, because you watched him growing up.
I did. My godfather he liked to paint as his hobby, and he started with Bob Ross and another gentleman's videos, and he bought me an easel, and we painted together in the garage. We painted for years together. So I grew up painting with Bob.
Painting with Bob.
So here is what I'm working with. I have this Prima stamp that is new to me, and I'm really excited about painting her. I've painted her once before, but I have this muslin fabric that I'm going to stamp her on, and I'm going to paint her. I have this is my inaugural use of these sweet little tools that were sent to me from my friend Gloria. So I'm sharing those. I'm breaking them out of the package and using them tonight. My favorite color is yellow. And so she made me these sweet, angelic pokey tool and a glue topper, which I desperately needed. I'm pretty sure it was painful for her to watch my videos and see the kind of glue topper situation I had going on. So, yeah. And then, I'm just going to use my watercolors. I'm going to use this fabric, this Prima stamp, and turn it into a card.
Well,
kind of keeping it simple.
That sounds good. Let's do it.
I'm going to use blue, pink, and yellow as my colors.
I'm going to do blue, green, and yellow.
Awesome. I saw your flowers. I already see them now too.
Yeah. They're I like a big flower. Right now I'm just liking a big flower, and this is the biggest flower that's simple. I like big simple things.
Yeah.
So that's what we're going to do tonight. And I
Especially
think
when
I'm
you're
going
live.
to That's the very one. So I think we're going to do something like that and do a little tie there. Let's pull that back up, Mare. And maybe use a water brush in honor of you.
Oh.
Except that water brush is empty. But I didn't put away my watercolors today, so I've got my watercolor bowls right here. So I'm ready.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. See, it
Ready
doesn't
to
pay
go.
clean up. So
that's why I keep a mask.
That's right. We didn't. Are you going to use something from your mask just for fun?
Yeah, this was from my mask. This fabric.
Perfect.
It was sitting here. So that's actually what inspired the card. Is looking over and being like, "There's a piece of fabric. I'll use it."
It's one of my favorite inspirations. Is just something from this little spot here that I spend so much time in. I don't want to have to. I think it limits my choices, and that helps me.
Well, yes.
It's hard for me to start from nothing. So, I wonder if I traded in the greens for a second color instead, and I could blend for the green and still not have Officer Heidi or Deputy Heidi come get me. So I think that's my new plan. Let's put these guys away before I forget. And we'll change into something. I'm feeling some need for orange. So I think I'll add red so I can have red too. Oh, the plans of mice and men. Okay, so I've got this. Here's my base. I'm going to move that out of the way. And then I have this, and so I can move that in. Okay. There we go. Do you still have any of the paintings that you did that were Bob Ross paintings?
I do. I actually do. I don't have them hanging. I think I only have two. Mm-hmm. But I also did pottery and ceramics from like the time I was 8 to 16, and I have a lot of that around. So I went to a birthday party at a ceramic shop, and I was hooked and did it all the way until I left town to go to school.
We spent a boatload of money on pottery, or it was just ceramics. It was painting because the girls went to I think they were the scoundrels that had the party there.
Yeah, it's not an inexpensive hobby, much like card making.
Right. It's just paper. It won't cost a thing. But you do use a lot of upcycled things, and
I
And your
do. I
journals and
actually
things.
went with Letty. She's Party Planner Papery. She
Mm-hmm.
lives in Austin and just a few miles from me. And we went to a creative reuse center this weekend together in Austin.
Mm-hmm.
And it was bliss. It was just magical, you know, especially for like my junk journals and everything. Like, it's just amazing. I think every town, every city should have one.
I think they're starting to more and more
Yeah.
because my
You know, you
amigas and I
look at,
went to one.
y'all
And
went
it was
to one too. Yeah.
Yeah, just a week or so ago.
Oh, it's
And
so awesome.
it was so fun. It can be so well organized too. This
Yes,
one was.
this
I was
one
very
is.
impressed.
Hey, Biddy, you're getting
I was
questions
too.
about what type of ink that is.
Oh, this is VersaFine Onyx Black. It's great if you're watercoloring. Now, if you're stamping on fabric, you want to let it dry a little, especially because I'm having to do multiple impressions again because I am stamping on fabric. And this is just a very standard muslin fabric, actually from Hobby Lobby. And so I do like to get a couple to stamp it, especially because there's fine lines in this design. I like to stamp it a couple of times.
Mm-hmm. Oh, it's looking good though. I just looked up.
Oh, thanks.
Well, I'm very curious. Can I quit making my card and just watch you? Because I'm very curious now.
We're
What
crafting
exactly
together,
you're
Mary.
doing.
Oh, goodness.
Okay.
I'm
Okay,
liking
I'll be
yours.
the
I see a
host.
yellow flower and an orange flower, and
Yeah, they're gonna be on blue. I hope I hope they pop up enough.
I think that's good enough. A couple of other spots.
Oh, let's go out a little bit. I was too close. I have a lot of questions for you from a very
I did not
inquiring
peek.
patron blog. Thank you. I knew you wouldn't. But they have some questions. They know you and they want to know more.
Okay. Let's do
Supreme
this.
Doom 56, which last week I was saying that I wondered if she had some kind of shadowy personality, but she doesn't. She and I had a nice little conversation, and she said, "I am like the nicest person. I'm not Supreme Doom at all," and that it kind of had a funny background story to it, which I haven't learned yet. But the sweet little sugar puff Supreme Doom 56 asks, what do you define as rewarding or successful in a crafting session? Woo! That's
Joy.
A concept. Joy. Didn't even take very long to
yeah.
Think of that.
Well, I think crafting is literally like therapy for a lot of us, and it's a place that we retreat to for happiness and for joy. And so if I walk away feeling good about my session and whatever, no matter what I'm making, then that's the ultimate goal.
So you don't often, do you make something and then fret over it? I don't. But do you ever make something and then when you walk out of that room, do you worry about it?
Oh no, I haven't ever had that sensation.
I think that would be your MO.
No, I mean, it doesn't mean that I love everything I've ever made either.
I hope not.
But, I just tell myself you can't win them all. Like I'm doing the Marguerite Miller collage challenge this year.
Okay.
And it's 52 weeks of collage. And so every week there's prompts. And, I just tell myself in the very beginning, you'll win some, you'll lose some, but you're going to keep going, because I think sometimes you can't let the win get knocked out of your sails, you'll win some, you'll lose some, but you just have to keep going. And I think that's especially true when you're just starting out, you know. You
My
see
card
all the
doesn't
stuff.
look like hers, kind of thing.
Yeah,
My card
exactly.
doesn't
Like you
look as
see all
pretty.
this stuff on social media and you're just like, I bought all the stamps, you know, I bought all the
Yeah.
things and why can't I get it like that? You know, you just keep going and you I think that's when the twists and turns are what make it interesting and where you find your style.
Yep. Yep. You just keep plugging. Just it's a craft. It's a hobby. And it's a fun little time just to spend using your hands, connecting your creativity with your hands. And kind of getting into the zone and letting your head just clear out a little bit. So I don't know. Maybe some people think really hard when they're crafting. I don't. There's a lot of open space in my brain when I'm crafting. Maybe that's a bad thing, but it's the way it goes.
Yeah. You know what I realized just like a week or so ago is that if I won the lottery and I became a millionaire, even a multimillionaire, even a billionaire overnight, I would still be a paper crafter.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean? And it's that important in my life that even if I had all the resources and all the things and I could do anything, I would do a lot of new things. I would go on adventures and I would do new things, but I would still at my heart be a paper crafter.
You
And
would
that
come
was
to
just like a
Kansas
beautiful, I sure would tomorrow. Yeah. But it's just a beautiful thing when you find something that brings you that much joy in life. You know, it's what I realized. I was like, gosh, I kind of got sad for people who don't find something like that in their life, you know, who don't have a release, an outlet that gives them that much joy.
Yeah. Yeah. I think you're right. It's a real treasure.
It is a gift.
And this isn't for everybody. It's not like this is the be all and the end all for everyone. They've got to find their own thing. Like Dr. Shrub was on your husband was on last year. He probably has not made another card since last year, right?
He has not.
Yeah, but he made his first card on the show.
We already have a card contribution.
We do?
Yeah.
Wow.
Have you dropped it down? Oh, there it is, Melanie Foy. Well done, Melanie Foy. That's cool. It's like your 71st,
awesome.
too, I think. That's amazing. That was fast. Were you talking?
I know
Molly?
Melanie.
You do?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. She's been around 70. I think she's on 71 now, so.
That is awesome. Way to go.
She must like the parameters.
Yeah, these are very forgiving, open parameters.
And you got your wish. How'd that make you feel when you got flowers?
Oh, I got excited.
Was that the one you wanted most?
Well, honestly, I like the project being really open. The colors is what I feel like limits me the most sometimes is when you have a limited color palette. This is somewhat limited, but we can blend, you know. And then when we got the flowers, I was like, oh, watercolor, here we go.
You do a lot of painting. It's kind of I think in general, don't you? It's it scares a lot of people, but you seem to embrace it quite readily.
Yes. Yeah, I really tried to embrace alcohol markers, and I've finally, after all of these years, just accepted that they're not my medium, and that's okay. You know, it doesn't mean I won't use them. And I mean, I absolutely love what others can do with them, but that's kind of an example of what I was talking about earlier. They don't bring me joy. They don't spark joy. They spark a lot of frustration.
No good. That's no good.
You know, like, but man, I love what people can do with that medium, you know?
Yeah.
Some really beautiful artwork.
Simply lovely. Trying to figure out this. Yeah. Okay, let me show you something I got at the recycling art place. I got
yes.
this cool stuff.
Ooh, I got cool stuff like that too. Because I put some in my stash. So I got some fun trim.
I thought it was, remember, we used to use a lot of fiber.
Mm-hmm. And card making.
Uh-huh. Yep.
Yeah, it was very trendy. There would be a lot of buttons and fiber. I still do.
And little pocket cards with, well, there's nothing wrong with that. Little pocket cards that pulled out that would have lots of fiber on them.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, gosh. Somebody needs a little oil. My little die cutter. Well, that was I liked your answer very, very much. Not that I'm judging, but it was a good answer. It was a good standard to live by, I think.
Yeah.
Kelly Hughes asks, do you ever get in a crafting funk? And if you do, what do you do to get out of it?
Well, I step away. I'll take a break. Then, like, if I'm just like I change up projects maybe that I'll be working on. Like if I'm in a funk about card making and I feel like, oh my gosh, I've made so many cards. I've made this card before. There's nothing new. That kind of funk, I'll step away from that type of project and I'll work on something else. I'll make junk journals or, just do something different. If it's just feeling uninspired, I shop my stash. It always works for me. I go through my stamps, I go through my paper, and I fall in love with so many things that then I find it hard to narrow it down again. Because I know I bought everything for a reason because I liked it. Right. And it just brings me right out. If it's a creativity thing, that always brings me out for the most part, either just stepping away, maybe trying a different craft for a while, or shopping my stash. That's kind of my two.
I clean the house.
Oh.
And I will always think of something else to make if I'm cleaning the house because I don't want to do that.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't either.
No, I'd rather just be in my craft room. So it's like I'll get, as my brother said, you'll get something done or you'll think of something better to do. So it's go to. It doesn't. I don't have that plague me very often, which I'm thankful for.
Yeah. I would also say to that, keep a journal of your ideas when you have them, because I think all of us, whether we realize it or not, get in a flow of creativity where like the channels open up and you just can't even. There's not enough time to craft all the things you want to do. And then 2 weeks later, you can't think of one thing you want to make, And so keep a journal. Write down your crafty ideas. Write down whether it's just a vague idea or a very specific one. Save some things to your YouTube list, create a list of things that really inspire you. Yeah. And revisit those things.
I did a really fun thing a couple weeks ago. I took the first 10 parameters of the element parameters and I made tags with those first 10 element parameters. And I used the same color palette for each one and then I made a little junk journal with them. It was so fun. Cool. It was so fun. And it was because it gave me, I don't have to think about at least one thing. And it was a good open up thing. And it was a good thing for craft roulette thinking too, because it made me think, I could do this or that. And so I was actually practicing.
Right.
So,
it
was fun.
Yeah. And the wheel does give us a lot of, ideas. That would be another thing you could go through and I know that y'all always welcome that, people revisiting the parameters and doing them again, just because go back to show 52, wherever you want to go.
If you're a patron, there's a second gallery and you can go in and contribute to any old episode you want. It doesn't go in the main gallery. It goes in its own gallery, but you can go find an old episode and play along, though.
And every Monday there's a new suggestion with a fifth parameter.
Yep.
I forget about that. I went to do one the other day and then I got sidetracked, but
Squirrel.
I know. We've got so many squirrels around here. Oh my gosh. So many. But they are cute. There were some cute squirrels on some cards this week too. They are just such fun little things. Well, this will be fun arranging that. Well, those are very thoughtful answers, Miss Biddy Penny.
It's my tried and true.
Yeah.
Because we all get there.
But it's frustrating because you don't have much time often to spend doing this thing, and you don't want to come in and spin your wheels. You want to do something. So sometimes just getting a piece of paper and a pen and drawing something, writing your name in different ways. I mean, there's just any number of ways just to get you moving.
Yeah, stamp out some images and just color whatever. And then I like to store mine back in the stamp set. So the next time I think, oh yeah, I want to pull out that not too shabby stamp set with, the cute little bee on it. Then you go back and it's like, bonus, it's already colored. That's how I feel anyway.
Congratulations, Luann Johnson. Getting it done, girl. I'm thinking that'll be fun to see what you guys came up with so fast. Luann doesn't do easy cards either. She always gets them in fast, but
yeah, she doesn't mess around.
No, she does not.
I wonder
if she ever loses her mojo. I don't think she probably does. Ann Schmidt asks, also, what inspires you? That's kind of one, probably you just answered that a little bit, but is there anything in particular that you go, oh, I got to work on that? Stacy Eaton, well done. Are there colors that inspire you? You love colors.
I do love color.
You do love colors. Do you ever see those and just go,
Marjorie?
Well done, Marjorie. Man, are we just talking too much or something? But you do love colors. I see shirts and things that make me go, I'd like to make that pattern. See, colors and patterns are kind of like the things that can set me off and get me going. So what about you?
For me, really, it's stories. It's like books and films and songs. It's stories that really get me going. Heidi, I almost cheated and pulled a green, but then I remembered I can't do that. So be proud of me. I'm going to mix my green.
There. She sits out there with her spyglass. I'm pretty sure.
Caught myself. Yeah, the stories, and of course film. Like I love Wes Anderson and different, like Dr. Shrub. I mean, he loves film, and he keeps a lot of. He has a great library of film, and I just get so inspired by the stories, by the scenery, by the composition, and then books, movies, and music, I think inspire me the most.
Yeah, that's all delightful stuff. And if you guys have not seen Dr. Shrub's episode, it was so fun. He was on our April 1st show last year. I don't remember the number, but it was our April 1st show. It was a spoof. We tricked everybody. They didn't know he was coming on. And we introduced you, and then when we came back after What is Craft Roulette, there was Dr. Shrub.
Yes. That was so much fun.
Such a good sport.
He
But
is.
yeah, if you're looking for something to watch and you don't want to watch something on Netflix again or
if
whatever.
you're a beginner or you're nervous about turning
Mhm.
in a card to the gallery or even on the Facebook page, that would be a great episode because he had never made a card before. The first
That's
card
true.
he ever made was on Craft Roulette live, with an audience. And, he doesn't watch my channel. He doesn't know the terminology. He doesn't know the tricks. He just sees the final products, or whatever. And so I thought he was a good guest because of that, to inspire
Mhm.
others. Like, your cards are good enough. Don't even
Right.
think that they're not, no matter
Right.
what. Like Wyatt, I loved his card, those young
know.
crafters out there.
Junior
It's
crafters,
wonderful.
they're so sweet and darling, just putting it out there.
Yes. Put
Joining us
yourself
for
out
some
there.
fun. Yeah. And I do see that a lot. I don't know the percentage, of course, because I wouldn't know who's not telling me. But people do say, "Oh, I've been lurking for a while, and I didn't think my cards were good enough." No, that's not going to fly here. They are
Right?
absolutely. Everybody is unique.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody, and how you take the interpretations of the cards, it all brings joy. Which is what we like, isn't it?
Absolutely.
Yeah, so thanks for that encouragement again, too. And he really was a great sport. And speaking of husbands like that, that did that, Travis Boone also did that. He did his first card on the show with us, with his wife, Sandy. And he made an Inukshuk. And he sent me a picture of himself this week with a tie on with those Inukshuks. And I don't know if that's how you say it, but it's like a rock statue. And he sent me a picture of himself with the one on.
Oh,
He really
I love
likes
that.
them. Yeah. It was incredible.
Yeah, I think it's really easy for us to talk ourselves out of things, when we're putting ourselves out there. And, when you're making something, then you go out to share it in such a public way, there's some vulnerability there.
Yes,
But,
there is.
and I get that and I respect that. But I say just jump in the deep end and put yourself out there and you'll be amazed. You'll be
Yep.
comfortable with it in no time.
And it's National Glitter Fairy Month. So we're going to be adding extra glitter, which is what we say are nice comments in our Facebook group. So we have new challenges on our patron blog for ways that you can come in and be a glitter fairy. Leave a glittery comment. We have a different challenge each week this month. It's fun.
That's awesome.
Because also, I know I've talked about this before. I'm probably repeating myself millions of times, but you can learn a lot about card making just by being nice to somebody and pointing out what you like about their cards. You then start developing your own style and what you like.
Right.
And so it's not all just about them. It's also helping you, which is a double cool thing.
Because you can kind of hone in on the things that the comments that you're making and the things that you're noticing.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
I like that, and adopt it into yours cards.
I think I did a video on Fun University about it once. But anyway, Sharon Castor, formerly from the red chair, now in the brown chair, who was here really early today. She's so cute.
I love
asks, I know, she's wonderful. She asks, what is the one item in your craft room that if it got borrowed, i.e. taken from the craft room by Sparkleheart, your daughter, would upset you the greatest? She is a 5th grade teacher, so she's feeling that kid thing. So what would you wish you wouldn't take?
Well, probably like my big scissors, to be honest. honest, just because I wouldn't want her to hurt herself, like something that could hurt her. Otherwise, it's free reign. She can take and create at her heart's desire. But I just wouldn't want her to take something that could hurt her. Like,
Oh no.
so probably my big scissors or like using a die cutting machine. You know, I've told her to always, you know, to just kind of like, hey, like, I know this might look interesting, or you might think you want to use this thing, but please don't use this because it's actually dangerous or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
So that's probably it. Otherwise, you know, she gets whatever.
Does she come in
She
and
wants.
craft with you?
Well, we typically craft at the kitchen table together, and we have been crafting a whole bunch. She is into paper crafting now, like never
Cool.
before, but it's not me. It's not my influence.
Oh.
We found this YouTube channel called My Froggy Stuff, and it's a Barbie channel or a doll channel. And the Toya, who it's her channel, she gives free printables so that people can make a lot of the things that she's showing on her channel. And it's all paper stuff. So it's all printables. And then you can take it and make, I mean, all kinds of stuff like yearbooks. And so we've made a ton of Barbie books, Barbie sized books, and we've made just all kinds of stuff. And it's so funny because when she goes to list the materials that she needs, it's like, yep, we've got it. Yep, got that. Yep, no problem. Like, so that's
Gotcha
been really
covered.
fun. Like
Rosie B.
merging.
Rosie
Yay!
B. She's a nice crafter. I've met her on our Zoom calls. Our Zoom call. She's really nice. Oh, Biddy Penny. Sharon Castor formerly from the red chair, now the brown chair, asks, will you adopt me?
Yeah, of course. Come on in.
She is going to be retiring this year. She's almost done with being a teacher. She could probably homeschool.
Right.
Sparkle Heart.
We are half homeschool family. My son is homeschooled and my daughter goes to public school because it's just what fits them.
Mm-hmm.
And it's really working for us.
Oh, good.
And Sparkle Heart, by the way, Sharon, is in 4th grade. So you would be having her next year if you move on down here.
She also takes care of her elderly parents. And last week she was so excited about Gina Kay coming on. She went and told her dad, now just sit in this chair. Don't you get up. You just sit right there.
You're going to be
That's
watching
sweet.
card making for the next 2 hours, Dad.
Right. Don't you get hurt. Don't you get
like
sick.
it or not.
You just sit right here. She's a trooper.
Oh,
She is indeed. Nice woman. Katie asks, and also about Sparkle Heart. She's quite a popular girl tonight. She says, does she have a monthly craft budget? I know you're kind of a low buy, no buy.
I have been on
kind
a
of
low buy,
person.
except for this year. Boy, it just flew the gates wide open this year. But so far, but I'm reining myself in. I gave myself personally a $50 budget for the month just to get myself back in line. And that might be a lot for some because we're all in different budgets. But like, I had to rein myself in. She doesn't have a crafty budget, but you know, she doesn't really ask for a lot, to be honest, either. And I'm lucky that right now her influence is someone, she doesn't charge anything ever for her products. It's always free. And so, you know, that's a bonus. But she loves Sparkle Heart's favorite section of Hobby Lobby is the dollhouse section where all the miniatures and stuff are.
Yeah.
And so
cute.
Yeah. She is.
That's where she would spend her money.
That's where she spends my money.
Oh. Did you have
So sometimes I have
dollhouses?
to bring her in. She does. She has two. Well, she has
Did
more
you
than
have
that.
them?
Oh, did I?
Mm-hmm.
I loved miniatures, which is really funny. I had like a whole miniature collection, and my dad got me one of the wooden display boxes that I still have to this day. I still have my miniature collection that I collected when I was a child.
Oh, cool.
And I loved dolls, but I didn't like Barbie. I liked like baby dolls.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
You know, it was a different kind of doll collector. Didn't have a dollhouse.
No.
It's so funny.
I think I had a little one at one point when I was really little. And I had some furniture that my mom had that was wood. I don't have it anymore, but it was fun. I don't know. I don't know. It was too long ago.
I'm kind of getting
some
lost.
Of the ones they
have, speed up.
Some of the ones they have now are just so ornate.
Oh yeah.
Wow. Somewhere beyond wow. Look at that. Would you? I'd like to live there.
Right.
Well, talking about crafts and things like that, and you are not a jack of one trade. Gwen Simmons asks, is there any craft you always wanted to attempt but haven't yet? She wants to try liquid acrylic pour art, but it's too messy.
Oh, that one's always looks good, right?
Mm-hmm.
Well, not really to my knowledge. Well, yeah, okay. I guess. I mean, I want to dive more into Zentangle. Desiree gave a free class and
she
kind
did.
of hooked on it and really want to do more, but I haven't yet. I think it's basically what I did to all of my homework and school notes growing up, and I had no idea. But I've always been a bit of a doodler, so I just think it's really interesting and like meditative, and one of those things like what you were saying, like something you don't have to think about really.
Right.
You just kind of lose yourself in it and play. And that's what I like. So currently that I'm also getting into paper dolls, which is so funny because I never liked them before. And now I'm like getting into them. So I guess that's new for me is paper dolls and kind of something I'm exploring.
Yeah. You got some right before the show.
I did. I got a book from, yeah. Dr. Shrubb delivered it to me.
He did. And we got to catch up a little bit. That was nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's a nice guy. Well, that's
a good one.
There's always something to learn, isn't there, that's going to be fun?
Sure is.
And speaking of changes and whatnot, the next question is from Dina Hiltbrand. By the way, Greg, may I give you kudos on that card this week? He did like perspective and different things. He had airplanes.
Yes.
It was quite the card. It was over my pay grade, that's for sure. Look, I'm simple, but that was
the lady at the airport. That card.
Yes.
I saw it.
Dina definitely gets an assist on that too, because she was handing him stuff when he would ask for it. But she asks, over the years, has your objective for your channel changed? Is it still mostly a place to connect and inspire, or have you found that companies reach out to you to sell and promote more? You have worked with some companies.
I have. I worked with Jamie, Not Too Shabby, who's one of the spin sponsors this month.
Thank you, Jamie.
Who I just love and adore.
Right. She's super.
And I mean, I worked with her because when I started card making, I started with Jamie. I was a fan of Crazy Paper Chick, who I still am, Alicia, Crazy Paper Chick. And she was on Jamie's design team. And back then, Jamie sold a whole lot of just different companies and stuff. And I started shopping with her and just got the best customer service. I loved that it was, a female-owned shop, a small shop. And I love to shop like that,
Right.
for craft supplies or anything. And so that was more like a dream come true, just because I had started with her and I had been a customer of her for so many years. And I just knew that when I recommended Jamie on my channel, that people would get the best service, great products. I knew that they would get taken care of. And like, that's the kind of company I want to promote, is the kind that I know will take care of people the way I want my subscribers to be taken care of, the best way. Right.
Correct.
So I am pretty selective. Same thing with Scrappy Tales, Sabrina at Scrappy Tales. And so those are the two main design teams that I've been on. I've done a little bit of work as guest designer for others. And currently I'm only on one design team, and that's for Tsunami Rose, which is a printable shop on Etsy.
Okay.
This year I did step back from design work for the most part, because I wanted to use what was in my stash, and I knew I wanted to kind of open my channel up more for collage and for junk journals and for different things other than I don't want to say just cards, because I mean, I love cards making, but yeah, I wanted to open myself up more, and I needed time and space for that. So yeah, I mean, I definitely love the connection, the relationships that, our community is so unique. I was talking about this with my husband today at lunch, like that, not just any social community on YouTube or something is as special as ours. Like, I feel like we really do have a really blessed community, and I wanted to be a part of that. And that's why I started my channel, and I still do. That is still at the heart. I'm a girl with an iPhone and a passion for paper crafting, and I want to share it, and I want to find everyone else who's the same way. I want to share my journey.
Yeah, you're good at it, and you do just get right out there and do it. It's very fun.
Yeah,
it's like you don't hold back. It's like, here I am. Love me.
Yeah,
This is how I am. Right.
We have 3 cards that just came in.
We have 3 more cards that just came in. Well, let's see them, Mr. Producer. Oh, there's Larissa. Well done. That's pretty. Oh, you got some really pretty background there. Of course, I can only see it's like an inch big. Bonnie Swakowitz, you have sent in so many cards, and they're always. This is like up your alley, isn't it? 109th consecutive card.
Yes.
And Gail Otto in Australia has sent in 64 now.
Woohoo!
Oh, those are beautiful. Look at those flowers. Oh, I love flowers. Flowers are so fun. Oh, and Kim Miller too. I thought you said 3. Okay, good.
Yep, we got a 4th.
A new contribution for Kim Miller. Oh, that's pretty with the ink blending with the blues in the background. Oh, yeah, that's a good way to do it. Oh, boy, Rosie. I see you've got Deputy. Are you standing in for Deputy Heidi tonight? I see you've got her emoticon there. My colors, my 2 plus 2 colors are red and yellow, and I blended the yellow with the blue to get green, and I blended the yellow with the red to get orange. That's okay. You got to keep. I forget things. Absolutely. Let me see if I've got everything. Okay, rounded edges. Yep. I got those. Plus, I have the flowers and the leaves. I got something stuck on my finger. 2 blues. I used a true blue on the background and a green blue or a blue green on the paper. What else do we have? Flowers. I think that's a big check. Yes. And fussy cut. I fussy cut all my flowers and my sentiment. So I think I've got that pretty well covered too. Well, you're going to remove the handcuffs. I'm free to go. This is a tough audience, I'm telling you.
Well, I'm sorry. I kind of got lost painting and like, oh my gosh, I
doing
need
fine.
to catch up. I need to catch up.
We've got more questions anyway, so you are just
Oh,
fine. Don't
good.
you worry. I can just sit back and watch you because you were the host, and I can watch and see how you do everything. Jamie Watts from Wichita. I hope you're feeling better, by the way, Jamie, on your healing.
Yes.
You always inspire us to create and try new things and give us an emotional boost. Oh, does she know? That is just like music. That's a balm to your soul, isn't it?
Yes.
What or where do you do or go to inspire and lift you personally? How do you get inspired and lifted?
Well, let's see. A few ways. My children, my family, my husband.
Mm-hmm.
I am a Christian, and I get uplifted in my faith. I have a church, that I've been a part of for many years, and just getting to go back after COVID and have that connection and those relationships again. And, that whole thing when you lose something, and if it comes back to you, you truly loved it. But like, I definitely get inspiration from my faith, and I get restored from my faith and my family.
Mm-hmm. That sounds like a good alliteration to me. Faith and family.
Yeah.
A good go-to.
Sure.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a good question, Jamie. Because you know that Biddy Penny is not somebody that's just all paper. She's got a lot of depth to her, and so that was a good question. Roberta Sadler asked, Mrs. Birthday Bob, I don't have a question as I'm drawing a blank at the moment. I have a big thank you for always being so kind and positive on your posts in the Facebook group and in the chatterbox on Fridays. Those sprinkles, which we also call glitter, and our glitter fairies, because you're a glitter fairy extraordinaire, are a day brightener for people, just like our cards are for the receivers. So she doesn't have a question. She just has a very, very kind comment.
We have 2 more cards.
That is so sweet.
Oh, Kimmer Marie is sent in. Ooh, look at those pretty blue flowers. Oh, it's going to be a pretty, pretty gallery. Especially spring, with spring coming. Oh, Crystal, that's nice. Look at those bright colors. Good to see you. Good to see you getting a card in. That's awesome. That's wonderful. And then we have one more question. You know what it is. Well, you don't know the question.
I know who it's from.
You know who it's from. And we met our
Grandma Gay.
We met our great rock star Grandma Gay because of you. Without you as the conduit, we wouldn't have Grandma Gay in our group, I don't think. So, glitter fairies are not special crafters. They're special people that leave kind comments, Denise, especially in our Facebook group. Because YouTube doesn't really lend itself for lots of comments about things, but we do have the Facebook group. It's private. It's called Craft Roulette Show. And you just answer the questions and you get in automatically. And that's where most of the people leave glittery comments or kind comments. And they leave a lot. And we call them glitter fairies. And I post them every month, our top 10 glitter fairies of the month. Not on this show. It would make it too long. But, it's just over there because we appreciate them so very much. But Grandma Gay, the rock star Grandma Gay, has the thoughtful question of the day. Go with me on this, Biddy Penny. Imagine an ocean beach with blue sand. Blue sand. What color are the rest of the elements?
Well, I think the sky is purple and orange. And the ocean itself, maybe like a deep magenta.
Sunset.
Yeah.
Yeah. How'd the sand get blue, Grandma Gay? I've seen pink sand, black sand, lots and lots of brown and white sand. But blue sand, that's quite a concept. I like it very much. Yeah, so
And then
you're
I'm
seeing
imagining
really rich and very saturated colors, like jewel tones.
yes.
Mm-hmm.
But then all the people would just be the neutrals, right? So the people
Black and
scattered
white
on
paper
the beach,
dolls.
yeah, would be the neutrals.
It
Just,
sounds like a pretty good painting idea.
right? For
You could
sure.
do like, because you could also do like big swaths of color. Not well blended, but just smackdown of color. Biddy Penny is a creator who loves color, is what Grandma Gay says. Yes,
Yes.
she does that. Mm-hmm.
So this counts as fussy cutting, I think.
I think so too.
I just cut out my sentiment in a rectangle, but I did cut it out.
And you use scissors. You didn't use a die cut. You didn't use a.
Right.
You didn't rip it with your teeth.
Okay, so I think I need to make sure I've got, yeah, I did it. I have rounded edges. I don't have this down yet, but I have rounded edges.
Look at that. That's cool.
And I fussy cut out my sentiment. I
Do you
could
have to use special glue on this to get that to
tighter. I'm going to use double-sided tape. I have this really
Okay.
strong one from a cherry on top. And,
stick? Oh, okay. They were one of our first spin sponsors.
Aw,
Mm-hmm.
they have a great shop.
Mm-hmm. They have good little Facebook videos too.
Oh, they do? I haven't
Mhm.
checked that out. I don't
Yeah.
really do Facebook.
I don't know if they.
It
I
was-
don't know if
I
they have them
do-
other places.
Craft Roulette Facebook, but
Right.
it's an exception to the rule.
I hear you. I was telling my husband, and I do get requests to be friends on my regular Facebook, but I'm not active over there. I just, when I come on, it goes right to my group, the only group. And,
Right.
that's where I spend all my time. That, and we also have a private group for our Club Fund members, so I spend time over there too. But other than that, it's like, oh, I know you, I'll be your friend, but sometimes I just say, you're not gonna talk to me. I'm not gonna learn anything. You're not gonna learn anything from me because I don't post here.
We got 2 cards coming up.
So, yeah, it's all group. Robin Josephs, welcome. I think, yes. I don't know that we've met you, but perhaps we have. Oh,
Number
it's your
2.
second? Okay.
Bottom right
Excellent.
shows.
Oh, I didn't know that. See, that's tiny. Oh, and Wanda Thompson is now a golden major milestone achiever. MMA, baby. Mr. Producer just went, oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, that's good.
Promise, I'm almost done.
You're just fine. I'm enjoying relaxing. So we talked a little bit about you being the host while I was recovering.
Oh, yes, let's chat.
What did you think about that? It's a different place to be
It
than
is.
a
Well,
guest, but I'm
For
far
sure.
past being a guest. I can't imagine I would be bossing. But I sure appreciate it. I thought you did a beautiful job. Laura
thank
Burgos,
you.
well done. You did.
Well, first of all, you must live in a mansion because your shoes are so big to fill.
No,
have
they're
huge
only size
shoes.
7.5. 7.5.
Oh,
They're not big.
but yeah, so it will.
Well, you
It
were
was a
telling me you were
tremendous honor.
binging. You were binging Craft Roulette to
Yes.
know what to do, and you made yourself cue cards. But I always have my sheets of paper with updates and just an overall thing. And I counted it, and there's like 21 different areas that we address as hosts on this show, and so it's a lot of preparation. And I know you don't have a lot of time, so that really means a lot to me that you would be so thoughtful. And not only that, but you suggested that you would be a guest host if I ever wanted to take a Friday off a couple weeks before I found out that I had kidney cancer. And so it was like you had set me up. I was, I had never thought of taking a Friday off. Never.
I thought Mary needs to take a vacation, surely at some point.
So I got to take one to Mayo. Yay. But so you had already set the idea in motion, which I thought was fortuitous.
Little did we know. Well, first of all, it was a tremendous honor. And, I wanted to try to give everyone what they've come to expect and enjoy in Craft Roulette. I didn't want it to be very noticeable that I was there. No. I knew I had to be myself, right? So that's what I always tell myself. I just have to be myself. I can't be Mary. And
I couldn't be you. Well done.
Right? Yeah. So we just have to be ourselves. Mm-hmm. They've already got a great formula here. I just got to follow the formula and have fun. Mm-hmm. And I was really excited to craft with Ardith.
Yeah.
Because I did the Card Makers Success Summit. Mm-hmm. And I mean, I've always liked Ardith, don't get me wrong. But I just had a whole new love and appreciation for Ardith after the Card Makers Success Summit, because she helped me so much during my live and everything. Mm-hmm. And she was so supportive. And at the top of the show tonight, how we talked about the different styles, I have such appreciation for all styles of card making. There's a place for everyone at the table. We have a huge table.
Look how different our cards are.
Right? And I just, she made it easy on me. Stephen made it easy on me. Mm-hmm. I didn't do it alone.
Right.
And I had a wonderful time.
So yeah. And you made some sacrifice for it. So thank you. There's Cheryl Jackson, who lives to amuse, sending in her 37th card.
Woo-hoo.
Cool. Yeah.
Well, I think I'm done. I think I did it. Now the inside's not done. I'll do it later.
Right. Because you always do lots on the inside too. But man, that's...
Yes.
I'm going to try that. I got a hunch. I got to figure out how to do what you just did. That looks cool and fun. Carol, welcome. I'm so glad you sent in a card. We're going to have a bunch. We're going to have a handful of cards already before we even tell them how to play.
It's exciting.
That's very cool. I like people that they're just taking off. That's cool.
Shall we tell them?
Shall we tell them?
Let's go.
What shall we tell them?
Play Biddy's still crafting.
Biddy Penny is putting on her finishing touches.
Yeah.
And we are going to we're going to let everybody know how they can play this wonderful game called Craft Roulette. And you can change your camera after you get that done. See, this isn't so hard, is it? No, this is fun and this is easy. We want to see what you come up with those 4 parameters: a rounded edge, 2 blues plus 2 other, remember neutrals are free, flowers, and fussy cutting. If you don't know what we're talking about and you're coming in late, go back to after we just did the spins. We talk all about it, and I know that the Chatterbox is going to have a lot of good information too. They are brilliant crafters and craftettes, and very, very willing to share their ideas. Do send that to craftroulette.live. There's a form. Just fill it out. Send it to us. We get it all electronically. We don't take cards physically. So you have till Sunday night at midnight right here to send those in. If you are a patron, you have Thursday night at midnight. We have some great guests coming up. Looky there. Crafty Al's going to be here next week to celebrate our 3rd anniversary with us. Karen Burniston will be coming in after that. Christine Bertram from Stampin' Up! Will be joining us. She's always a hoot and a holler. She is our purple princess. And Sandy Ledoux will be joining us for her first time with purple hair, I'm wondering. And Therese Calvert will be coming to us to join us and have she could have gotten flowers. She does beautiful flowers. But she won't have those probably. Anyway, send in those cards. Stay with us every week on Friday night. Gosh, 6:30. But 6:10 is when the slideshow starts. That's what I like to do. We do like to thank our patrons abundantly and overly and lots of times. Thank you so much. We appreciate each and every one of you. It's one of those things, and like I've said, a lot of people don't know what Patreon is, and it's a platform where people can support artists. We are not paid by any companies. We don't have anybody supporting us in any way. I don't have any secret great aunt dishing me some dollars. We're just here every week to supply some fun for you. And if you think it's great and you appreciate our content, we would appreciate just a little thumbs up from you, a share, and if you can, $1 or $2. You don't have to stay for long. If you just come in, it's okay. It's like a one-time $5 gift. That would be awesome. You will see how much extra content you get. There's a lot over there, and we have a lot of fun. We would really appreciate your help. Thank you. Kisses to all of you.
Heather Wong.
Oh, Monday we have our Club Fun call, by the way. Heather Wong, my buddy. Oh my gosh, all that food that you sent me, Heather Wong. I have so enjoyed it. I've been drinking chrysanthemum tea all day. So unusual. I didn't think it was going to taste like that at all. Heather from Sunflower Designs. Awesome. Well done. I'm going to get to see cards. If you want to participate in our show by sending in those cards, your name then goes up on this spinny thing, and you will be qualified to win some prizes. Each month, we have wonderful spin sponsors that donate a $25 gift certificate. But your name has to be up there. And how does that get up there? By you sending in those cards on craftroulette.live by Sunday night, or if you want the longer version, be a patron at Thursday night. So the first thing we're going to do, some of these are not going to be international, but our first one is a handmade card with a nitty-bitty gift. It is our original gift, our OG, and that is international. I'll send that sucker anywhere. Anywhere that they'll take it. I hear that not everybody takes things everywhere all the time now, but we do our best. Who's going to get it? Oh, Sweet Sue Harris. Sweet Sue Harris was saying that she wished she was nearby, that she would come over the other day. She's in London, so I will be happy to send that. I have something I think she might like. So congratulations, Sue. Do contact me. It flags me in my email so I can, and then I wait until they're all in, and then I start answering them. So do contact me on craftroulette.live on the claim prize form. Pam K is winning a goodie bag. We have wonderful goodie bags. They are full of things that people have donated. And, oh, you're there. You said you were going to stay up, and you did. I didn't want to embarrass you if you didn't. So that's great. You win. You can't say that anymore, Sue Harris, that you never win prizes, because now you have. 4, what are we giving away? Karen Berniston's $25 gift certificate goes to... I think everybody's going to want gift certificates this month. They're all great. We had great ones last time, too. Barbara Weber. That is exciting. Barbara is down in St. Louis. And she's been with us off and on for a long time. She's buddies with Mara. So, cool. Congratulations, Barbara. Make sure you let me know on craftroulette.live the claim prize form. You have till Sunday night, unless you're a patron, then we give you till Thursday. Same story. Deanna Roqueford has won a not too shabby. Deanna's been with us a long time too. So nice. We have so many new people. Let's give something to new persons from Sweet Sentiment Stamps. We have cutesy stuff. They're really darling. I already have my spin sponsors for April. I'm pretty excited. We could always fit another one in, though. There's not too shabby right there. Did you love hearing what she was saying about you? Mia McG. Make sure you contact me, ma'am, so that I can send this to you, and you can get in touch with, who was it? Sweet Sentiments, and get your things. Last time I said something all wrong, and I'm so careful. Anyway, congratulations. It's fun. Fun to play, fun to win. It's a great thing. All right. I think she's ready. There she is. Is it easier being a guest or a host?
Oh, absolutely. Hands down,
I was
yes.
just setting that up to make me feel better. But honestly, if you had done it as much as I'd done it, you would take to it like a fish to water.
Yeah.
I mean, I've done it a lot.
It was great having a guest who knew the ropes too, like Ardith. That helped a lot.
Yeah, she's a strong guest. She's a strong guest, and she does know the ropes very well. She's been on so many times, and she will be on again in April. So
excited.
I'm looking forward to getting to hang out with her this time.
Right?
I'm so selfish. But wouldn't it be fun if we could all get together?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, it would. That's one of my bucket list things, is to have a crafter gathering.
Mm-hmm,
just as many people as possible.
Right. It really
Someday, we'll get there.
A special thing when you get to do that. It really is.
It is.
It's double fun. Me too. I'd like to do that too. Thinking of doing it for my 70th birthday, but maybe a year or two early. Well, I'm getting pretty close to that, actually, so I better do it sooner than later, because I know otherwise it's going to start being 71, 72, and then you're going, well, I'm getting kind of old for this stuff.
One of my mantras is don't delay happiness. Don't put it off. Do the things, right, that make you happy.
Don't delay, Mary Gunn. I'm going to write it, and I'm a great procrastinator. Don't delay, Mary Gunn, says Biddy Penny.
Do what makes you happy.
I want to do it, so I should do it. Anyway, that's who knows? I may need a guest host. I know who to call.
It could be a live event, a live craft roulette from somewhere.
Yeah.
A remote location.
Mr. Producer's already told me he's not going to be involved. I'm on my own.
That's so scary.
I'm on my own.
I don't want to have to take down the studio.
Oh, well, yeah, fair enough.
We could get a van and travel all over the United States and Canada, and maybe go down and see Chris. All right. Well, thank you so much for being here tonight and filling in for me and all that good stuff. You're just a great friend, and we appreciate you so much. Anything you need to update everybody on before we say goodnight?
No, just don't delay your happiness. Go, if that's making cards, go make some cards. Thanks so much for supporting Craft Roulette. I love Craft Roulette so much. And
we love you.
Hop over to biddypenny.com if you want a free printable to play with and fussy cut this week or anytime. And just thank you. I'm just happy to be here and be a part of the community.
They could use your printables to make a big flower. Yeah, they could. It'd be cool. All right. Well, let's give a big wet one on our brains. Big old kiss right there on our brains. And to you all, please join me Tuesday night for In Review, and we will do a recap of tonight's show. Maybe your card will be on it, and I will be playing that fun new game, Who Done It. We have changed it to 6 o'clock instead of 6:30. Join us 6 o'clock Central Time right here on the YouTube Craft Roulette channel. Night all. Love ya. Take care.
Bye.
Bye-bye. Thank you, Mr. Producer Chatterbox.